just keep doing the same thing, you know, and not try to be timely, not try to capture a moment of the zeitgeist, because popular culture changes too rapidly. But human beings, at our essence, we don't change. Our relationship with the natural world and the environment as human beings, it hasn't gotten better. It's only gotten worse. And I see a lot of the first Avatar film played around the world. It was #1 in every territory, which basically means that it's not about the specifics of a particular country or culture or language, but it's about the things that we all share.
好，下面我们掌声欢迎詹姆斯·卡梅隆导演，有请 Mr. James Cameron。Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
We're very excited to have you here with us today. 首先请卡导跟大家打个招呼。
Well, I'll say 你好 and I'll say I see you, just like in the movies.
Wow. Can you take a seat?
Thank you.
I was just telling them that I'm going to ask the questions in Chinese. Yeah, okay. 卡导非常的幽默，刚才在台后说，其实你只需要问一个问题，我就可以滔滔不绝的讲。说，但是这样好像对谈的气氛就没有那么的有意思了。昨天我们很多人，包括我已经看了电影了，
Okay.
很多的感动，有很多要流泪的地方。最大的感慨，16年过去了，有很多的改变，但是我们依然能够看到您在新的电影当中，整个的世界观不断的在延展，变得更辽阔了。很想知道您跟您的团队，我知道您有一个1000人的团队，您跟您的团队做的努力，最大的努力在什么地方，让角色在新的时期还能够跟我们连接，还能够不断的带给我们新鲜和感动的感觉。
Well, there's a lot to unpack in your question. Just like to say it's actually over 3,000 people that worked on Avatar. And it's simultaneously a big project, but also very intimate, which is when I'm working with the actors, it's just a handful of people and myself and the cast. And we do that for about a year and a half. We did that at the beginning of the production. And we captured both movies, 2 and 3, together at that time. And I think your question was about how do we keep it kind of relevant? Because the scripts were written 10 years ago, and we began production 8 years ago. And from what I can see, our relationship with the natural world and the environment as human beings, it hasn't gotten better. It's only gotten worse. And I see a lot of hatred and violence in the world right now. So the themes of human connection and seeing each other and being connected with nature and so on seem to be just as relevant now as they were when I wrote it. You know, we've just played through. It's a long project. We try to deal with things that are universal in the human condition, ideas around family, around courage, around a sense of duty to our family, to our tribe, you know, our community, and so on, that are really kind of timeless and that kind of exist outside of any specific country or culture. This is really important for us because the first Avatar film played around the world. It was #1 in every territory, which basically means that it's not about the specifics of a particular country or culture or language, but it's about the things that we all share, you know, the human heart, human emotion, how we deal with our own identity, how we fit in to our family and our community and so on. And, you know, a great example of that was that the first Avatar film was hugely successful here in China. And we didn't have Chinese actors. We weren't dealing with Chinese themes. We were dealing with things that people anywhere in the world can recognize in each other. So I think it's important for these films to stress how much we all have in common as human beings everywhere, how we all really want the same things, you know, for our families, for our communities, and so on. So I think if we're going to keep doing this, we just keep doing the same thing, you know, and not try to be timely, not try to capture a moment of the zeitgeist, because popular culture changes too rapidly. But human beings at our essence, we don't change.
像您说的，可能作为一个电影创作者，他把他自己生活当中很多情感能够在影片中重现。另外，您在影片中为我们营造的这个非常奇幻的世界，我在想，因为我们都知道您在第一部《阿凡达》拍摄之后，有过2、3年，有一次非常神奇的深海的一个探索，之后也不断的会有。我在想，当时在那个深海探险当中的您见到的，或者被你们摄像设备拍下来的一些奇幻场景，后来在《阿凡达2》和3当中，我们应该看到过。我很好奇，有没有一个特别的场景，您当时想，这个我必须要把它重现，让大家都能够看到，我们一起分享。
I think it's always true. I've done 8 expeditions, and the deepest one was the last one, which was right after Avatar came out. It was in 2012, and I went down to the deepest place on the planet. It's very barren. All the animals are quite small. But before that, I've spent literally thousands of hours underwater, a lot of it at shallow depths in coral reefs and so on. And the profusion of life, the colors, the variety of animals, yes, that absolutely all informs the design of the first Avatar and the new films. For example, in the new films, how many saw the film yesterday? So a fair number have seen it. Okay. So do you remember the big creatures that float that are kind of like giant jellyfish?
Yes.
Well, that's just taken right out of things that I've seen diving. We just change the scale, we take it out of the ocean and we put it in the sky. We do things to kind of change the rules, but the colors and the intricacy and the detail is all taken from life right here on Earth. And I found with my design team, we would think we were coming up with something amazingly original, and then we'd find a picture someplace. Oh yeah, nature beat us to the punch on that one by maybe 300 million years or something like that. I always say that nature's imagination is just so much better than ours.
那其中有没有哪一个是您个人就 one of your personal favorite 是你最喜欢的？
Any particular creature?
Yeah.
Yes, when I've been doing some of the deep dives, we see amazing things, right? So I did see a big 2-meter diameter, very thin membrane jellyfish. It was a new species. It had only ever been seen once before, and I was able to film it in 3D. This was back in 2003 on, I think, my 3rd or 4th expedition. But every single time I go into the deep ocean, or even into the shallow ocean, I mean, I'll always see something that I've never seen before. And every once in a while I get lucky and I see something that nobody's ever seen before. And that's real exploration.
Wow. 昨天在首映式上的时候，您有一句话我印象非常深。您说演员的表演永远是第一位的，包括电影当中表达的情感，而叙事是基于这些情感的表达。这一切是任何机器技术是不能够去重现，没有办法达到的。那在您的电影当中，您不断地帮我们去拓展那个电影技术的边界，但是又要在电影的最新的技术和最传统的电影表达之间找到一个非常棒的、非常智慧的平衡，这样才能够为叙事服务。就这背后的您的感触，或者可以跟我们分享的故事。
So we spent a lot of money and a lot of time, almost 5 years, completely revamping our technology. It was very innovative work. And then we started the production. And I promised the actors, I said, play it as close as you want. We will see it. We will see microscopic changes in your expression that maybe you're not even aware of. You don't have to act bigger because it's performance capture. What you want to do is you want to act closer, like you're in a tight close-up in a movie. Because when that head rig is on, they're in a close-up all the time. So they always have to be just, what they've found is it's best to just be honest and truthful in the moment, just like they're talking or interacting with the other actor, right, in character. And it worked. It all worked. So what you see in movie 2 and what you see in movie 3 are that generation of technology. Now, between 2 and 3, we've had a couple of years and we've improved it a little bit. And I think for those of you that saw the film, you know what I'm talking about. Those people are real. You believe that they're real. Now, there's still that kind of thing in the back of your mind that says, yeah, but their eyes are too big. How is this possible? But I think I've been thinking about this lately. In the Avatar movies, I think it's our secret weapon because we see each other, we see our expression, we see the pain or the humor or the love or whatever it is in other people's faces, not just the expression of their mouth, but also in their eyes. And I think that draws us into these characters even more so than if we had done it using photography. So I could talk about this a lot. I won't, but I just want to finish this thought by saying that I think that the performance capture that we do on these movies, especially this last one, is actually the purest form of acting for cinema that's possible. It may be the purest form of acting that there is, other than when people are rehearsing a stage play. And I'm not talking about when you're putting it on for an audience, because you have to modify, you have to be more outward when the audience is there. But when you're just rehearsing, for theater, that's a very, very pure form of acting. It's just the words, the script, the play, and you and the other actors, right? And so as a director, that's the most joyful possible experience as well. And I think performance capture is the next level. And to me, cinema acting using a camera is actually, it's not better. It's only first, and it's what we know. But I think that we have the possibility to evolve beyond that, which is pretty cool.
您知道，昨天看完电影之后，我跟我的几个朋友，包括看过电影的观众，我们在聊，大家都说：“哎呀，以前卡导之前的电影，我们没有能够机会在电影院看。如果重映的话，我们都会再进电影院。”那我们在想，是什么会吸引我们不断地走进电影院？电影院当中，在大荧幕上展现那种大荧幕带给我们的震撼，具备哪一些是使我们观众永远我们会需要有电影存在的？
This is a great question. It's very important right now. I think we're all seeing, if we love cinema, we probably love the theatrical experience, actually going to the cinema to some extent, but it's changing, right? So people are also saying, well, I can't do it. I'm just going to watch it at home. I can't get out this week, work pressure or the kids or whatever it is. So streaming has taken up a lot of what used to be the theater experience because it gives you immediacy, immediate access, and it's convenient, right? And so people's habits are changing. So what is the thing that you can't get at home? Now everybody says, oh, it's a big room with a lot of people in it. And so we have a communal experience. I think that's a part of it. I think that may play a role if it's a comedy and we all laugh at the same time and we get that sense of like we're normal. Like I thought that was funny and so did everybody else, so I guess I'm not crazy after all, But I don't think that's the main thing. I think these days when we're distracted by a lot of short form media, short videos and so on, and also even when we're streaming, we have a remote, we can make anything a short video, we can pause it, go out, talk to somebody, maybe scroll a bit, do multi-screen, talk to our friends. Everything is coming in a fragmented way or in short attention span mode. How do we counter that? Well, go to the movies. Because you get up out of your house, you get in the car, you pay for parking, you pay for the tickets, you go in and you sit down. Now you've just changed the rules. You've imposed upon yourself, by your own choice, a focus and an engagement with what's happening on that screen. And I would say, I've experienced this myself. I'm like everybody else. I go to the movies or I watch stuff at home. It's a much deeper experience. It can be a much more profound experience. You're going to be there. You're going to feel those emotions because you're not getting off the hook. You can't pause it. It's a movie, right? And also, everybody, there's a social contract. Nobody's going to talk, right? Or text or do all that other stuff. And you're in a room at home with your kids or with your friends and everybody's talking and they're all intruding on your sense of focus. So I would say I want to continue to make movies that are seen at least first in the movie theater because it'll be a deeper experience. Your senses are heightened, especially in 3D. More of your brain is functioning. It's more engaged. You're seeing things you wouldn't see, detail. you know, and the Avatar films are all about this world that has all of this detail in it. And sometimes you have to go back even and watch it again. But you're certainly going to feel what the characters are experiencing more so. That's in neurobiology. That's our mirror neuron. We see their faces. We see their eyes. We feel what they feel. And if I've got a second, I'm going to say why that's important. So what do we get out of that? We go to a movie theater. We pay whatever it is, 15, 20 bucks, and we go on somebody else's emotional experience? What the hell? Well, it's when a jet fighter pilot trains to fight in combat, they train in a simulator. Movies are our simulators for things that might happen in our lives. Joy, love, tragedy, loss, death, all of the things, all of the human experience. We can go into a movie theater and we can go through a simulation of that, and we can feel something, you know, we can feel something and know that our feelings are working, right? And maybe prepare ourselves mentally for something that might happen in our life. And I think that will never go away. There's no way to create that experience through any other medium.
谢谢卡导，不断的带给我们感动，带给我们惊喜，很荣幸能够有今天这样机会跟卡导做这样的近距离的交流。我们再一次感谢卡导，
谢谢，
谢谢，谢谢您，谢谢。
This has been really great.
Yeah， 谢谢。我们掌声欢送卡导，谢谢。
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I see you. Thank you.
谢谢，一路顺风，谢谢。Safe trip. Bye. Yes， 谢谢。